Hello there, the Fabled Harpooner here, and managed to finish with the Arzuros hunts. As so, I'm moving on with the Great Wroggi hunts, and the first weapon of choice, or weapon class, is the Light Bowgun, and what weapon of choice is what I'm waiting to be upgraded into at the smithy. I'm using the Arzuros high rank armor set. It's pretty much like the low rank in skills, except that it adds the stamina drain. I was also gemmed in a few jewels to boost a bit of defense. It's not completely at high, so only a couple of extra points. I need 3 more, which I can do once I get the weapon. Anti-theft might be of use where there's melinks around. At least I don't have to worry that they actually steal stuff. Speed gather, I always use the skill, so why not? Recovery levels are not, it's all nice. Get a bit of extra health recovery from healing items. And again, the stamina drain, which is okay if you have exhaust shots, which this weapon that I'm going to use doesn't. I also got a new mask that Chacha is wearing right now. It's the Nullberry mask. It has a benefit of removing elemental blights, although it doesn't work with status, so it won't have any effect here. So the weapon of choice, we're upgrading the cross splits into the hunter's rifle. It's a high rank item because it requires carbonite or stout and stout bones. Killer beetles are easy to acquire at low rank and much easier at high rank by the looks of it. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, 10 out of 140 or nearly 150 is definitely fine for me. And I do have a spare stout bones and carbonite ore, so it's not much of an issue for the upgrade. You can forge it. Not sure how much it costs, I didn't really check it. Hunter's rifle. Yeah, it changes the bug, it uses circuit roam, so I would recommend upgrading if you have the previous weapon or version of the weapon. Stats wise, well, it is a nice large increase in raw damage compared to the cross splits. Cross splits is a bit of an old weapon, it's actually a rarity 1, Light Bowgun, so there's supposed to be a lot of upgrades here. I will be adding the long barrel for extra damage once I upgrade, and here's the 2 extra slots I need for the defense. The defense jewel, which I will gem in just in a moment. We do have a negative recoil effect in that we go from some to average, so it's a bit higher recoil, but it shouldn't be too worrisome since I'm not really using high recoil shots. Other stats, when it increases normal capacity, adds piercing shots, which I'm not going to be using versus the Great Wroggi. Adds level 2 of both recovery and paralysis. I will be using the level 1 but not the level 2, I don't think I need to use it more than once on paralyze. And cluster remains the same. It does add an extra load for the flaming shots and free shots, which are the best elemental to use against a Great Wroggi. And that's pretty much it. Same rapid fire shot, pellet level 1. So it's very likely that I would use pellet, mostly because of the other Wroggis around the Great Wroggi. And the next upgrade is available much later on. So we attach a long barrel, which is about 14 extra damage points, which is nice. Silent. Oh no, right. The silent. The reason why the previous version of the weapon, the cross splits, was at some recoil was because of the silencer, not because of its natural recoil level. So I could go for that if you want to reduce recoil level. This is a good option if you want to go for status shots, I suppose, in order to reduce the recoil of such shots. But since I'm mostly damage dealing, you can ignore that for the most part. And that's pretty much it here. I need to set a decoration to it. And I'm going to attach a defense jewel type 2. Actually, let's set and organise the weapons here. Move it to its place. And there we go. So I have a defense at large, which is nice. Anti-theft, which may or may not be of any use. Speed gather, always useful at some point. Recovery level, somewhat useful, although I depend mostly on the healing of both Kayemba and Chacha rather than on my own healing items. Stamina drain, not of any real use here. Probably could have gone with another armor set or rule. But I'm just going to try out the new armors that become available. Hopefully we get, yeah, we have a nice pairing for bowgun use. Don't want to use bombardier, I don't really have crack shots, so not really. Temper, do I want to add deviation? Insomniac is of no real use. Guess really sharpshooter for normal shots, since they have extra loadouts, or extra capacity loadouts. And we get both skills. And the quest in question, the toxic Troublemaker. Now it does state danger, flooded forest, so I am bringing dung bombs around just in case. The monster's just a bit too large to handle early on. Okay, we start in the water. Is this the right way to go? It is a land monster, so yeah, the best way to go. Guess I could have mined a bit, but since it's not a secret area resource, I'm not going to bother. Now it could be either here, plenty of spaces or areas in the map there could be at. Well, thank God's here. I could head out north to find it. Did I bring paint shots? No, I haven't. Well, that's not a good idea. I think we're going to start off with pellets, since there's already Wroggies about. Now, I never liked rapid fire. Wow. Pellet shots. Just if I misfire like that. Because you get stuck in place for quite a bit. See, long enough that I couldn't even dodge in time. At least we got all the small ones out of, well, most of them out of the way. Let's get cluster shot. Could go for paralysis and then try to use a cluster for extra damage. And I'm not sure what managed to trigger the cluster shot there. I think I missed and hit Chacha. Let's go for paralysis. Now, out of the early monsters, I don't feel that the Great Wroggi is one of the toughest one in regards of their health. They seem to take a lot of hits by comparison. Hopefully I will be able to pull off a paralysis before I run out of shots and started to regret not bringing level 2s, just in case. Problem, you can't believe that small cloud actually managed to reach me. Okay, cluster. Over it. Past it, right. Paralysis doesn't really last long for you to make good use of it solo with a gunner weapon. Usually the most damaging ammo types take too long to load, and the effects run out before you can really maximise on the damage. So let's go for freeze shot. The poison clouds can seem to, well, seem that they can hurt each other if they travel. don't want to be missing like that. And that last shot missed as well. Bit crowded there. Let's see if I can get the head brake on its pouch sack. Oh, missed there completely. Oh, it's moving away, so let's chase it. Again, since I haven't really brought any paint shots, can't really paint it. So far so lucky in regards of no surprise appearances. There's the brake, and it seems exhausted. Let's just grab this while we can. Also, I'm not sure if you've noticed, I don't think I've shown you, I am bringing the power charm and the armor charm for the gunner rounds, since they are the toughest for me to handle, and I do take a lot of hits. That was a badly timed roll. I could have tried to roll past the attack with immunity frames and dodged too early because of that. Getting a lot of flinches, but still alive and kicking or biting. Okay, these regular Wroggis are getting a bit on my nose. I guess that little bite actually managed to knock me out of the reload animation just after I reload the eye shots. So doing well with staying away from the ball fango there, not really trying to hit us. Now if I'm not mistaken it skips an area, or maybe not, no it doesn't skip an area. So far we're still lucky, no surprise or bruises. I also forgot to bring any energy drinks this time around. Got other equipment with me, items. It doesn't seem like I need it. Should last long enough. My shots are doing their job, and they've run out. Well, might as well switch to normals, since I have the extra damage. Might have to switch out to pellet soon enough. It's a good thing that I've learned it's a power thing from the low rank hunts. Keep missing shots though, it shouldn't miss. Let's get the pellet again. Maybe the pellet level 2 would be a better option, just because of the lack of repeating shots. Spit again. It does it quite a lot, that back step then into a poison spit. Oh, couldn't dodge that. Try to. Ooh. Well, the small ones are dead, so let's go for a normal shot now. You need to be close to that for that to hit, mate. And there's the kill. I remember them being a bit more tough than that. But who knows, maybe it's because of the power charm. Oh, too late to carve that. Let's carve the actual Great Wroggi. I plus. A brace. Is a brace a normal or low rank item? Can't remember. Yeah, we do have options to gather around here. In the flooded forest I prefer to go for bugs unless I'm going underwater for Pegalosite ore. Although in higher rank you probably want to be going after Bathithite ore, if I pronounced that name, read it correctly. There's a rock round here, but I don't believe it has any of the rare items for this area. Just best maybe a Cavalite ore and Macalite ore. Pretty much the same as the Misty Peaks. If you go mining here, you really want to go for the underwater ones, or the one in the secret area. Now, rewards, we get high plus, beaks, I believe you can get those with the headbreaker as well, scale pluses, fine bones, even ones, toxic sack, that's nice, shining charms as secondary rewards, plenty of adamant seeds, ladder run jewels, there's the Bathithite ore, and toxic sacks from the headbreak. Stamina drain plus 1, cluster shot plus -7 in one slot. I don't think it's worth it even with a slot. Ooh, longest 999 with 915. Allegedly centimeters, but I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate. So this has been the Fabled Harpooner hunting a Great Wroggi, high rank Great Wroggi, with the Light Bowgun weapon class and a hunter's rifle as the weapon of choice. Which I believe I forgot to mention at the beginning. Just did the upgrade and that's it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time and good hunting.